Tech and clips.
Yeah. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new on here, my name is Philip. This is Philiminizzyvlogs. Yes, you guys already know. On the channel, we do music reactions to your favorite songs, your favorite bands, your favorite artists. So if the kind of content you are very much interested in, you know what to do, subscribe to the channel. Join the family, all of the negativity up in here. So Falling in Reverse dropped a new one couple of hours ago, 2 hours ago to be exact. Song is titled God is a Weapon. Yes, first time about to check the song out, So you guys already know I had to pull the lyrics up, had to pull a few facts up, just in case, I might need it for my review, for my interpretation, and all the good stuff, So we're about to take a listen. Join me, stick with me to end of the video. You guys already know that I will definitely give my honest thoughts about this song, So yeah, Falling in Reverse, God is a Weapon. Let's take a listen, guys. Okay. Ronnie. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Guys, I didn't know Marilyn Manson. Wow. This is this is a surprise to me because honestly I didn't expect the Marilyn Manson to come through. Wow. I can't stop from sinning. My halo's just a hole. Okay. The deeper that I get inside you, the deeper you will fall. Whoa. Say that God's a weapon. Well, I'm a hand grenade. Try to take this ring from me. Watch me detonate. You might as well bury me. Yeah. My sinful confession. You're my affair. Whoa. God is the weapon. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. My sinful confession, you're my answer. Okay. Whoa. Yeah.
All right, guys, Falling in Reverse. Like I said, they dropped this 2 hours ago. I saw this and I definitely, had to, listen to this immediately. Yeah. So, like I said, I had the lyrics pulled up and a few facts pulled up. But I mean, from the first, few seconds, I could feel the atmosphere, setting in. This song's definitely moody. It's haunting and deliberate. I have to say right off the bat, this isn't your typical high octane, fair track. It's brooding, it's theatrical and emotionally charged. And then, Marilyn Manson, steps in and everything changes. Guys, wow, this was something else, I have to say. So Ronnie Radke, hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. I mean, he continues to prove why, he's one of the most versatile voices in the modern rock. I love the fact that he doesn't just sing, he performs. His delivery to me is filled with grit and purpose, dancing between vulnerability and controlled range. Then, Marilyn Manson, bringing that unmistakable eerie tone that made him so iconic. His vocals, his voice, definitely feels like a warning, from the shadows. It's raw, it's whispery, almost prophetic. The chemistry between the two is surprisingly fluid. Marilyn Manson's presence doesn't feel like a gimmick. It feels like a necessary piece, of this dark puzzle. The instrumentation, to me, is also very, very massive, but measured. You've got, deep, pulsating bass lines and orchestral undertones and crunchy guitars, that don't just, overwhelm. They serve the story. The production leads, cinematic, clearly drawing from, movie score, aesthetics, think Gladiator, 300 and Dune. There's a steady, build throughout, creating this sense of tension that never, quite lets up, and that's also intentional. The drum work definitely feels like a war match. It's heavy and tribal, in moments, pushing the song forward with, with weight and rather than speed. You are not meant to headbang to this one. You are meant to absorb it. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, but that's exactly how I feel about the instrumentation. So this song, like I said, I had lyrics pulled up. The $1 million question is, what is this song all about? To me, God is a Weapon, feels like a commentary, on the weaponization of belief systems, whether religious, political or cultural. The lyrics explore themes of power, manipulation, and identity. And a bit of control. Questions who holds the power, to define truth, and how the power is often twisted into something destructive. I feel like the video reinforces that narrative, with its apocalyptic visuals and imagery, of divine confrontation. It's not just edgy, for the sake of it. It's saying something uncomfortable and real. Yeah, that is just what I think the song is all about. But that's just my thoughts. Maybe you guys can also let me in on what you think this song is all about down in the comment section. But yeah, after listening to this song, I have to say this song, isn't just a rock song. It's definitely felt like an experience. It might not be for everyone, especially if you're expecting the more upbeat and energy of past Third. That's Falling in Reverse releases. But those open to something darker, more theatrical and thought-provoking. This track demands your absolute attention. It's bold, it's unsettling, and it's probably going to start a lot of conversations, which is exactly what great arts should do. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective. I'll definitely give this a hard 9 out of 10 for this song. Yeah, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Let me know if you want us to continue checking out more from Falling in Reverse. I'll definitely be here to do just that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. My name is Philip, and also the next video. Take care. Stay safe. Peace out.